All right. So make sure you guys open the chat up on the right-hand side so that you can see the chat, so you can utilize the chat. My mic doesn't work. Oh, that's why you weren't responding, Danielle. Got it. On my desktop, so no camera or mic. She's an oldie, but still kicking. Yeah, okay, so no worries. Doesn't matter. You guys, it's nice to see your guys' faces and everything, but don't ever make that like a game changer and like why you can't be here or anything. If you just don't want to be seen, then you don't want to be seen. There's a lot of days that I'm like, ugh, I get in front of the camera again. So, all right, let's just get right into this. 15 people. Okay, well, thanks everybody for coming. This is the kind of, like always, showing up to the trainings is where you guys are going to get an opportunity to learn, not just from me, but from other people, because tonight's going to be about pulling people out, looking at their ads, and we're going to talk about them. And very, very common, a lot of times we all have the same kind of issues. Hey, Chelsea, nice to see you. We all have, well, not all, but we all, like, actually, there's a basic kind of idea in writing ads. Now, one thing even I've learned recently is I can tell you guys like how to write an ad, and I might think your ad looks good, but at the end of the day, you guys need to be able to read your ads and get interested in them. If your ad is not interesting, it probably isn't going to run. All right. So that's one thing that's really important. So I have no clue how to share my ad. Don't worry, Greg, we're going to actually get you to share your screen. And we're going to, and actually, Greg, I want to actually bring yours up first because I did look through it. So what we're going to do, so just because I started, I started recording first, this is what I really want to focus on, guys. Going forward, one of the reasons that I'm moving to ACE is because the number one thing I want is for the newest person to come in here and actually, Danielle, do you want to be my muter tonight? Do you want to actually, if you're hearing background noise, can you go through and mute people? Guys, mute yourselves when you come in until we do that different. So basically, income producing activities. So this is the way it is. Like it's going to take time in the beginning for you to learn the skills that's required to get sales, right? So in order to do that, in that process of time, until you learn your avatar, until you get your ads going, I want you guys to be able to still be making money, which means I want you to be able to use funnels. With the new system, there are 4 different funnels that you guys will have access to be able to use for 4 different demographics. So I can stay probably in most programs like this and be able to run ads because I know my avatar super well. I already have a pretty big clientele built up. I like just basically have to work my current crew and, I'll be able to get sales. When you're in the beginning, you don't have that. You may like have 1 or 2 or maybe 30 leads in your back office and that's it. So the whole goal here is for you guys to be able to solely work on writing ads. That's it. Not to worry about talking about people. These are skills that you need to learn. So I want you guys to be able to use funnels. So that being said, let's move forward in income producing activities. Let's talk about these things that make us money. They are called ads. Okay. So we're going to pull Greg out first. The reason I want to pull Greg out first is because I did have a good look at Greg's ad today. And I feel like Greg has some stuff that very common things that most people do. Greg, I don't know. You're unmuted. How many ads have you ran, Greg?
Probably like 15 or 20, maybe a little more.
Okay, so fairly beginner, right? You'd say you're
fairly beginner for sure.
Okay, so yeah, let's have a look at can you share pull up your ad? Pull up your ad first and then share your screen.
How do I pull up my ad?
Just go on Facebook and you have it posted?
Yeah, I do. So I got to share my screen first?
Well, yeah, either share your screen or like go on your Facebook and pull it up. Yeah, we're just basically go on Facebook, pull up your ad because it's posted on your page, right?
Yeah.
Shared it. Yeah. So pull it up and then there you go.
Right here.
Perfect. All right. So, okay, so Greg, first thing I'm going to say is make sure never more than 4 lines, okay, per in an ad. As soon as you get over 4 lines, you get people that it's too hard for people to read. And this is what you guys all have to think, is people are scrolling through Facebook really fast, right? You gotta have something that they're not going to be like overwhelmed with. So having more than 4 lines, number one. First thing that you never want to have more than 4 lines before a break. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The other thing, average everyday families can start up an online business. That's great, but it's not super strong. What are you selling? You're selling. What are you selling? You're selling an online business to families, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have a family, Greg?
You betcha.
All right. Do you have little kids or?
Yeah, 3 kids. Yeah.
Okay. So, what about starting an online business is important to you for your family?
Yeah.
But what about it? What's it going to give you that you don't have right now?
Time freedom and stuff.
Okay. So, what is that? What does time freedom mean to you? What is that?
Just being able to spend time with my kids and stuff, and going to their hockey games more, and
Okay.
not missing out on any of that stuff.
Do you miss a lot of their hockey games?
Oh, I do and I don't. Yeah, for sure. I do. I work in the oil field, so like I don't really have a set schedule. I'm home every night, luckily, but I'm working 12, 14-hour days a lot. So,
Okay. So what's the biggest thing that you feel you're missing most out on right now with your job that you have?
just freedom. Like I'm just, I'm exhausted all the time. It's every day I'm beating the road every day, 650 kilometer round trip to work and back. And it's exhausting. Like I'm just like done.
So do you feel like you don't have the energy to keep up with your kids sometimes?
Well, I feel like I have the energy. It's just the doing the same thing over and over every day. And it just gets so old and boring. And like I make great money, but it's like, it's not even that. It's just, I need a massive change. Like I need something to like be inspired by or something different to do in my life, right? Because I'm just so like bored with my job.
Okay, you're bored. Okay, so you're bored. A couple of things that you said, you're bored with your job. And you said you miss your kids' hockey games. You want to spend more time at their hockey games. Is there anything else that like
For sure. I mean, I want to get my wife out of her job too, right? She works at the school. She's a teacher's assistant. She's stressed out all the time, and I get sick of like arguing with her over her job, and yeah, that's a big thing too, right?
Okay, so you guys argue a lot because you're both unhappy in your careers?
Essentially, yeah. I mean,
okay, like Greg, do you see what I'm doing right now? See how I'm pouring salt on the wound a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what? Average everyday families can start up an online business. Not really big.
Yeah.
You fight with your significant other every day because you're too exhausted, because you hate your job. Have you missed a lot of your kids' hockey games because you do 160 miles a day on the road? Do you see the difference between those two titles?
Yeah.
Like you actually have to realize that there are people that feel just like you. And when we give people surface problems, we get people that aren't really going to engage.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't hit a deep enough level for them. You need to get more specific. So an average everyday family, to me, sounds like, well, if you want to be average, then this might be for you. But no, how about you actually are getting to a point in your life where you're really fucking unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually you are. And that's okay. And it's okay for you to admit that. That's the shit that you need to sell. Because if you're in here and you believe that this is going to get you out, then you know what? You need to show people that you're willing to be vulnerable, that you do have problems, that you are relatable. You got shit going on, man. And it's not okay. And that's why you're here. That's why you're putting yourself out there, because you actually have a potential solution. So you know what? What's the problem? The very first thing is you started talking about yourself right off the bat. I'm going to be totally honest with you. People don't give a shit about your story right off the bat. I know we've seen story ads and all this stuff, and that's great. Yes, people eventually do want to know that you're a real person, but not right off the bat. You have to give people a big enough problem for them want to read your story because they want to relate even more to where you are. So you want people to read your story, you got to have something stronger and more relatable in the beginning. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So now we touched on a couple things. So first off, you need a stronger headline. Not because this one's not good enough, but I'm telling you the type of people that are going to click on this are going to be average people. You don't want average. You want people that are close to fucking rock bottom and they want to get out.
Yeah. I don't want to like attract broke people or anything, you know, like I just want to attract people that are like, maybe, you know, stressed out on their jobs, just sick of it, you know.
Yeah. Average doesn't mean broke.
When I started out, I attracted way too many broke people.
Yeah.
And I want to attract people like me, you know, that have money, but, you know, maybe want a little more to life. But are, you know, they have the pains that I talked about.
Yeah, okay. So if you want those people, you got to tell them your pains. You got to be a little bit more vulnerable. You got to be a little bit more open in less words. So I'm going to go out and say, I'm going to say less is more. Okay, I'm going to get those breaks in here a little bit more. I would say make this ad copy a little bit shorter. For a little more, get a little more vulnerable in the beginning. And then you're going to get into, so what are you selling? Like, what are you selling? So you said time freedom is one of the things you said in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? So just like we do in anything, just having the time, but what are you going to do with that time? Right? We all want more time. That's common. We all want time freedom. But what does that mean? Like, what does that mean for you? If you had that time, what would you be doing? So you got to have your problem, right? What's the problem? So it's just give you an example. Say you didn't say this, but just say that you missed all your son's hockey games. Do you miss most of your son's hockey games? I missed the last 10 of my son's hockey games. Then you go into something about, well, what's the solution? What are you selling? You got to get into, so you miss hockey games. Now what? Now how about a statistic? Something to do with your work, right? Do you know the average oil field relationship or family? What's the statistics on broken oil field families? There's statistics out there. How many people are broken families, right? Get into that. Then you can get into some of your story because now you might have them. Now you've shown that number one, you have a real problem. Number two, you are part of a common society. You are a statistic currently, right? Then you can tell a little bit of your story, but don't spend a lot of time on it. Give enough so they know who you are, right? Then you have to get into the solution, which is we got to introduce you to online affiliate marketing. But you got to get to the solution quick. And even if you're not making that money right now, why are you here? What have you got out of here, Greg, already? How long have you been in here?
Since October.
Since October?
Yeah, just around the start of October, I kind of got rolling.
Okay. What have you got out of this so far? What's your favorite thing about being here?
Just the family and stuff and being connected with everybody and, you know, the learning and education.
Okay, so you feel like you've learned a lot?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
On what levels? About yourself, about business? What have you learned?
Business and stuff, you know, just connecting with people, sharing ideas and stuff and, you know. Community related,
right? Community.
Yeah.
Okay, feeling like you're not alone?
Yeah.
Feeling like there's hope, probably?
I hope so.
Yeah, well, you've been in a little while and you haven't had results, so just don't lose that. You're still early. October.
Yeah. No, I'm still pretty green. I mean, I've had some results for sure, but I want more.
Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
So good. So then you get into your, what you love about here. Doesn't mean you made like tens of thousands of dollars. You made a little bit of money, you made some good friends, you've got community, you've got hope, right? You see the results happen every day. That's what you use. So what I told you, is that helpful? And what specific questions do you have?
Say that again.
Based on what I told you, is that helpful? Do you feel like that's helpful for where you're going to go? Like, does this show me this ad? I know you're like, can you go through it? And like, but this is the thing, is you spend a lot of time talking on your story, and I'd like to see you rewrite it in the way that I just told you. And then I'd like you to check it out again next Sunday and see what it looks like. Or even, you can show it to me before then, and we can show people how we tweaked it. But do you have any, is this a new ad? Have you ran it yet?
I've spent like a few bucks on it. I was trying to do something simple, and I thought maybe this would work, but I wasn't sure. It was just more of testing and stuff. So but I know I totally get what you're saying, get into your pains and then a solution, and then maybe go into a little bit about yourself, but not too much.
Yeah.
And so then maybe
simple, but you're more saying easy, because this is easy. It's easy to talk about ourselves, right?
Yeah.
It's not more simple. It's just kind of easier.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be rude or mean. That's what we tend to do. This is why I wanted to because your ad is very, very common with a lot of people can you guys write in the comments in the chat if like this is a similar ad to as you either wrote or have wrote or would write. So I want to see in the chat how many of you guys are like, yeah, this is exactly, because I've seen a lot of ads, Greg, and very similar to this one. And it's mainly because we want to get our story out there. We're super passionate, have so written something like that. There you go. There's Kendra's already on there. The problem is it is easy to talk about ourselves. What's hard is getting vulnerable. What's hard is talking about a problem that we have and then helping people find a solution. And that's where our leadership skills come in. Eileen, I'm not sure if you're meaning to message me privately, but if you're not, just change that. I don't know if you are. I'll get into your stuff. Me too. See, look at that. Yes, 1 or 2 for sure. Me too. Yeah. Okay. Super common. So simple actually is simpler. It's just a little bit more raw. And I really like, and this has worked really well for me. And don't give me, like, I actually would not be giving you feedback like this if I haven't like experienced this. And I have ran ads similar to this. Now my ads, like pretty much any ad I run right now, it goes. And the way I structure it is like I've just told you. And the first thing I do is a strong headline. And then I'll get a statistic. People love statistics, man. Like just like something similar or not similar, simple, but something that's like relatable to what I'm going to talk about, right? Like you're not just going to like throw something random in there, but something that's like similar to what I'm talking about. Or like even if like, I don't know, who are you planning on targeting?
Families, oil field families, just families. I want to target families in, the mid 30s or whatever, 30 to 35, 40 age group.
Okay. So families that probably have 2 parents working full time.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So double income families, instead of just families, maybe you want to target double income families.
Yeah, I definitely want to target double income families. Yeah.
Okay. So this is just like, get super specific, right? Like where do these people live? What kind of work do they do? It sounds to me it's not just oil field. You could do trucking. You could do anything, even in Toronto.
Oh, for sure. I just don't want to target like oil field completely. Like I want to have a really good, target base. Like
yeah, perfect. So that's great. I was just going to tell you that, like if you're just targeting oil field, because I know that that's not working super good for people anymore. So get broader, but get specific too. So just if you are targeting interests, and you know what I would do, Greg, too, is I would just do one, just like broad, like men, women, pick. I know I've told a lot of people on here know that I've done this, but like I pick only certain, like you're super, like you're done with like people with no money. So like,
Oh, fuck yeah.
yeah, so picking like, you know, places like Toronto, Hamilton, Vancouver, Kelowna, Calgary, you know, the bigger cities instead of just targeting provinces.
Yeah.
You know, targeting like the richer states like New York, yeah, Florida, California. You know what I mean? Like you can get smart with like that. Washington.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just certain things to think about. But can I see your picture? Can you scroll down a little bit more?
Yeah.
So did you think about, have you tested this just with one picture? Or have you tested it
Just
with,
with one picture. I got shitloads of pictures I want to test with. So this is my first picture I'm testing with. So
perfect. So do you just run, when you run this, do you just run one ad with one picture, or are you posting three at the same time? Like, are you doing that, or just one ad, one picture?
right now, just with this one, I'm just running the one right now because I'm running some other ads too. But yeah, this is just a new one that I wrote up like in 10 minutes.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so well, thanks. Like everybody, like actually it's really hard to come out and like do what Greg just did and like show his ad and like basically have me like rip it apart and not, and just like you've been awesome. You've been super great just like going through this. And I really, really want to see this go for you. You already have, you say you spent just a couple bucks on it. So you do have some likes. Have you got any?
Like $4 or $5 maybe now. I haven't spent a whole lot. Usually what I do is I run 10 at a time.
Okay.
Then I let them run to $1. And if I don't get a comment after $1, I'll shut them down and let them run to $3.
Okay.
And if I get a comment at $3, I'll continue to let them run. But I'm not doing that with this particular ad, but that's normally how I test. I'll test like 10 at a time, right?
So you test
Just
10 at a time, exact same ad copy, exact same picture, or what do you mean by you run 10?
yeah, exact same ad copy, exact same picture, like 10 exactly of the same ads, trying to find the best algorithm.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to
So
get comments flowing in.
do you do ad sticking at all, Greg?
Pardon? Ad sticking?
Yeah.
What's that?
Okay, so I'll tag you in it in the group for anybody that hasn't done ad sticking. You obviously love to work algorithm. You'll love ad sticking. For people
Mm-hmm.
that run algorithm, what it basically is, Greg, is like you go at the lowest ad set level. I think it's like ad set. I think it's the ad level. Was somebody gonna tell me what level it was? I feel like someone was just gonna comment. I don't know. I don't do ad sticking myself, but that's because I just do my stuff a little bit different. But anyways, ad sticking, that's what Aaron Fraser does. Super smart guy, obviously. And basically what you can do is you can watch your ads like within a couple hours. You'll see one will have way more views. So what it does is instead of spending $5 on one ad, it will actually break that ad down in a bunch of other ads. And you're not spending, like, it'll break it down like 3 or 4 times. So you're spending like a buck or two each. And then you can actually see when one takes off and you shut off all the other ones. And then all the money goes into that one ad. And it's really great for capturing algorithm. So I'll tag you. There's a training actually in right in Rise Up.
Is that like an autopilot system sort of? It just runs it on auto? Because usually I kind of watch my ads closely for like 4 hours or something, you know, and then I'll shut them off myself.
No, it's different. You do it at the ad set level, and I'll tag you in the train.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be simpler.
I don't do it personally, but I do know Aaron Fraser. He's huge with ad sticking, and it's just a different way to do it. And it really is all about algorithm. And what it does is it allows you to be super specific. So that's in the group. I think you'll really like that. And can you please tag me too? Tag me. Oh shit. Okay. I'll try and put it in like the docs under ad sticking, because the only reason I can't tell you guys is it's not called ad sticking. It's like the video is recorded under something else. But yes, I will let all of you guys know, because it sounds like everybody wants to know that. The only other thing I'm going to say, Greg, you do things your way. That's totally cool. For anybody else, one thing that I do is I do tell people, if you have a copy, the way usually test, if you're testing, unless you're testing audiences or something like that, there's different days of the week and different times you run an ad that can affect how, if an ad goes or not. So that's why if you're wanting to test a copy and a picture, this is the way I do it. So I'll take an ad copy and I'll take 3 different pictures and I'll run it all at the same time. So some, you can do a couple dark posts. I do them all on my page. I'll post 3 at a time on my page and I'll hide 2 right away. All same ad copy, 3 different pictures all at the same time. Then I'll see if any of them goes, whatever does the best. I'll shut the other 2 off. And then I'll take either that picture, I'll take that picture and I'll test it with 3 different ad copies. So basically what you're doing is you're trying to figure out if it's the ad copy or the picture that works, right? And when you do that, try to use a similar picture or a similar ad copy. I see people, they like have a picture of you standing on top of a mountain and then they have a selfie of them and their baby and then they have you gotta be smart when you're using your pictures with your ad copies. Obviously Greg here is his ad copy is all about family. So of course he's gonna want a picture of family, right? Like if he's selling family life, he's not gonna want a picture of him on a surfboard. It doesn't make sense. So that's just one thing that I do, you guys, is I'll ad sticking training link. Danielle is amazing. She just posted it right there for you guys. So you guys can grab it yourself. Yes. Love that. Love you, Danielle. But don't let me forget, you guys. Tonight I got to announce all the winners. Shit, I didn't write them down. But I haven't written down, but I don't. Greg, so how's that? You good? You're good?
Yeah, no, that's good.
Okay. Perfect.
I'll definitely work on this ad this week and switch it up a bit.
Yeah. That's great. Well, let me know how it goes. And yeah. All right. Cool.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So who's up? I feel like there's a couple other people. Okay, let me just see. Do you want to unshare your screen there, Greg? And then I can see everybody again. I need to chat. There we go. All right. Spotlight video. Okay. Why is it so big? There we go. Okay. Okay, let's see what people are writing here. What does your dream lifestyle look like? I'd be more interested in getting demographics targeted right ahead. Yeah, okay, so Eileen, I'd be more interested in getting my demographics targeted right ahead. I will say that it is probably the most common problem and thing that people struggle with is trying to find their demographic, trying to find their avatar. That's something that I would say, Kelly, I know that you've kind of had a little bit of a hard time with this. I know, let's see who else is on here. Desiree, Kendra, definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of people on here that have kind of struggled with that. So that's really, you know what that really is about? It's like you getting to know yourself. You want to know who your target market is. Who are you? What are you selling? Like, why are you here? And you got to be ready to get real and raw with that. I'd like to focus. I'm just going to make sure everybody's muted. I think everybody's muted here. If you're not muted, could you mute yourself, please? Okay. No access. I'd like to focus on an audience who have no access into the traditional conventional workforce system for whatever reason, sickness, single maternity, retirees who come. Eileen, can you confirm? You sent that to me privately. Can you confirm if that's okay that I read that out to everybody? Because I don't want to read that out if you're not comfortable with that. Okay. I'm struggling with my avatar a little still. I haven't had a day job in over 2 years. I'm having trouble relating to people still doing 9 to 5. Well, of course you're going to. If you haven't had a day job for 2 years, then you definitely are not selling the 9 to 5. That's not your avatar. That's not who you are. So why would you sell that? Because somebody else is selling that. And this is one thing. If you're spending a lot of time looking at other people's ads, that is a rabbit hole. And you fall down in that rabbit hole, it's hard to get out of it. I think it's good to so this is the thing. if you want to actually like help figure out like what ads are doing well, go ahead and look at ads. But instead of looking at what people are writing, if you follow somebody like Kayla Delargy or Taylor Snow Knowlton or Brian Hodgson, you know, because like you guys should be following these people that actually are making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Don't look at what they're writing, look at how they're writing it. And you will see, even if you go on my page, you'll see all my ads are written the same because I figured a way that works. But instead of looking at what people are writing, look at the way they're structuring them. That's a better way to do it. Because if you start looking like Kayla's going to write an ad a certain way because she's going to write it to her people. But you want to learn how to write a good ad, just watch how it's been written. Does that make sense?
Can I talk for a sec?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I don't really know what to even say in my ads because I tried targeting people from MLM. That was a faceplant. That was awful. The worst week of my freaking life.
Okay, Ken,
that didn't work.
The worst week of your life.
What?
Why was it the worst week of your life?
Like, I got nothing. All I was doing was pumping out posts, trying to target MLM, like changing things, just trying to target people who are trying to find something different, like trying to target me like 3 months ago.
How many ads did you run in a week?
I think 3.
3
ads specifically. Yeah, I changed them all the time trying to make them better, but it did absolutely nothing.
Okay, 3 ads in 1 week to one target market. You didn't try hard enough.
Should I go back to that and try that again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is the thing. That is who you are. You just need to find a way to write it.
I just don't want to make it sound like this bitchy, negative girl who left and she's trying to pull everyone away from it now. I want to be positive, but I don't really know how to, like, say that without being super negative, you know?
Okay, so basically, you have feelings around pulling people from another company because what you actually should be thinking is you're here because you were struggling in MLM and you were getting run down and you were getting tired of doing the same old. So you don't have to be negative, but there are people out there that are struggling and are looking for another way. Whether you're going to be the one to give it to them or not, it's going to be up to you. So maybe don't run it until you sort out your shit around that. Because you're right. You do have some issues probably around what you feel about jumping ship in MLM. That's one of the biggest, and the only reason I'm saying this is because I see that so common with anybody that's in multi-level marketing, and I feel so bad for people that are in multi-level marketing and it's not working for them to the level that they want to, but they still love the products and they still love the people, but they're not making enough money. And so they feel bad and they feel like they're abandoning people and they feel like they're not doing something good. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people in multi-level marketing that they just want to use the products and love the products, but they're not making enough money. So you just need to get sorted around your views around multi-level marketing and why you're here. And then you can run an ad. So the bottom line is running a few ads in 1 week to one target market to say that doesn't work. No, you just need to find your way. I think that we could definitely, and this is why there's so many of you girls in here. Let's see, Kelly, Danielle, can you guys just write in the chat if you're in MLM currently? There's not very many of you guys, like 15. But bottom line is there's probably 20 people in Rise Up that are here for the exact same reasons that you are. It does not mean that you don't like your company. It just means you want another form of revenue. You want another form of revenue. You need to make more money. That's it. So it
just means that you need to try something else because you can't even afford to pay your bills with what you're currently doing. It's not a hateful move. It's just like you got to survive. Like you have to live.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm going to revisit that. I'm going to get more specific and I'm going to see, okay, I'm going to pump out more ads along that line all month. because I know that there's so many people like me. I just need to make my story a lot louder and not be afraid of getting bitched out in the comments and just like let it go and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to try revisiting that avatar. Thank you.
You're welcome, Kendra. So that's the thing, just like what I told to Greg, like you got to get vulnerable, right? Yeah, there's going to be people that are going to probably bitch at you, but at the end of the day, you do have to write it in a way that's 100% positive. And this is what you guys, like, honestly, you guys, is you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So, and if it's your story, nobody can bitch at you. Nobody can tell you your story is wrong. If it's your story, it's yours, right? So nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can call you anything if it's your story. Now, I know that kind of, like I told you guys not to talk about your stuff too much, like when I was looking at Greg's ad, but you can get your story across pretty quick. There's a girl in here named Joe Clark, Joe Clark. I think it's with an E at the end. And actually, I think I'm going to get her out for one of our trainings maybe. She came from MLM. She was really big in MLM, you know, a couple 100,000 a year, I think. She was doing really well. And she came over here and she did this instead. So I think she's a really positive person. I've heard nothing but good about her. So I'll look into that. Okay, I just want to go back, and Eileen said, I'd like to focus on an audience who have no access into the traditional conventional workforce system for whatever reason. Sicknesses, single maternity, retirees who come short on their pension income. So you want people basically that don't have a choice to access a job, Eileen, it sounds like. You have people that like actually are just forced to live off of disability and that's all they get, right? Sounds like that's what you're saying, Eileen. Can you just confirm that? Kendra said, my brother, dad, and my brother's father-in-law are all truckers. Good money, but crazy hours they hate. They would love this, like truckers. Target them for sure. That's for you, Greg. Thanks for Greg. Okay, who's up next? Let's get another ad going here. Kelly, you got one? I know Danielle has one.
I'm not on my computer right now. I'm not running one right now. I'm doing another likes campaign.
Oh, to get away.
It's not really, yeah, because like they keep going back to just like the poor countries is all that's still seeing my ads.
Did you kind of do what I told you to about like blocking those countries?
I went through the training with the likes campaign and put all the same countries that I added in my likes campaign to block. And it's still like, that's the only people that I have not got one comment from like a potential lead.
Who are you targeting?
Women, like parents, like moms and stuff.
So you're targeting women and you're still getting men?
Yeah.
And are they people that have liked your page?
Yeah. And I put always make sure to put people who have not liked my page. It's like the same people.
Oh yeah, it's because they're seeing it on their news feed.
Yeah.
So all you're going to have to do is you're going to have to start going through, and every time one of them comments, block them.
Okay.
Okay. So I would do that for sure, because then what Facebook's going to do is they're going to catch on that you don't want any people. Facebook actually likes it when you block and report people. They kind of give you kudos for doing that.
Okay.
So the only way that you can block somebody from seeing your stuff is they have to comment on your ad. So Kelly, I would take it as like a sweet blocked. You know what I mean? Like just start knocking them down. Eventually, Facebook's going to stop them from seeing your stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So I would go through, if you haven't already, and anybody that's commented, you don't want, doesn't matter what they said. It wasn't even, if it was nice, just block them.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And then, so Kelly, that's the other thing too, is your algorithm is probably not your ads. It's probably just because, it's just your pixel or your algorithm is just getting those people. So yeah, just start blocking them. And I think you'll be fine if you start doing that. Let's talk soon, okay? Me and you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, can we go over likes campaign? Well, what would you like to go over specifically? Brooke, unmute yourself. What do you want to know? Because we have training for like campaign. This is the thing, you guys. This is the problem. So I did ask in one of the leadership chats, because this doesn't happen to everybody. What's happened to Kelly, what's happened to Taylor, a couple other girls, Melanie, but it doesn't happen to everybody. So it's kind of a catch-22 because you get a lot of social proof, you get a lot of likes, but the risk you take is like, then those are the only people that see your ads. And then you start paying for those people. In that case, what you have to do is you have to run another likes campaign to try and retrain your pixel, your algorithm to different countries. The problem is if you just target like Canada, US, and stuff like that, you don't get as many likes. So that's kind of the issue. Is kind of like you kind of take that gamble. When I ran a likes campaign, I didn't have the Gaz likes campaign training. So I didn't target those countries. I started out and I just worked my way up. So it's up to you guys, really. You know the risks. If you want to run a likes campaign, you want to get a lot of likes. Like I have like 4,300 likes on my page, and I've been up and running.
So did you do your likes campaign on your profile picture, or did you have some content? What did you run your likes campaign on? Because you and I looked at mine, and I only had, I chose third world countries because I want to go there and I want to live there. So I've got some of them selected, and that's turned out to be really good for me. But that's the only people that I got responding were Costa Rica and Panama and South American countries. I got maybe 2 US people that replied but then never followed up. So, I need to figure out, that's my only likes campaign I've ever run. So my pixel can't be that screwed up. No. It's a brand new business account. And I only got like 100 likes from the campaign. I spent $50.
Yeah, so there you go. That's a perfect example is if you don't follow the training, because when you follow the training, you'll get like 1,000 plus from $35, right? Kelly, that happened to you. So like at the end of the day and I've told you guys kind of this before, every single amount of money you spend is going to give you something. Right? Like it's going to give you something. You're either going to have a lot of social proof. You're going to have, you're going to be seasoning your pixel. Like every single penny you spend is going to give you something to build your business. It's your job is to mold it and to take it and make it into something. So Brooke, what I would say is run another likes campaign. If you want more likes, like this is the thing, you guys, if you go on a lot of big, like Kayla Delargy has most of the likes I've ever seen, but this is the thing too, is like, don't get caught up on your social proof either. Like anything over 1,000 likes is fine. Like you're just fine. Then start doing it, like get your like people to actually like your stuff. Get them to be liking your ads so that you can invite them to like your page. If you guys aren't already doing this, as soon as someone likes your ad, and that's why boosting posts is really good, and like boosting to like certain countries and stuff. And that's something you could do, Kelly, too, is you could just boost some posts that are really active on your page and then to the countries that you want to target. And then as soon as they like it, just invite them to like your page, right? So you can train it. It just can take some more time. Yeah. But like I even asked, I was wanting to ask because I know that one of the things that will be changing in ACE is the likes campaign. I know that they want to do it differently. So I kind of asked, what we're going to be doing differently, and nobody answered me. So I don't know what the plan is. And I think it's because they're like, well, if we change it, people won't get as many likes. So I don't know. At this point, those are your risks. You can decide what you want to do. You're going to have to spend some time undoing if you do the likes campaign, but it's going to give you social proof. So I would say, to be honest, Kelly, I know that you're like, I'll disagree with you, but I would say it's better to do the likes campaign and then retrain your pixel than it would be to try and work from the ground up. I would say. That's my personal opinion.
I'll do it, girl.
Yeah, Kelly got 2,300 likes for $35. Her page was hot, hot, hot. I love my MLM, but yes, I need to make more money. Exactly, Kelly. It doesn't have to be a hate on for MLM at all. It's just like you need to make more cash, right? And when we get these funnels going, you guys, it's going to be way easier because you just got to drive people to the webinars, and then you can have, so this is what I'm going to recommend is like when we get these funnels going, and just so you guys know, like one of these funnels has already been tested for a long time and it is converting. Kayla DeLarge's one, she's been running it for a while and it is converting. And I've seen it. It's beautiful, the capture page, everything. But I'm still going to tell you guys, always have one post engagement and one conversion running, because post engagement, they're cheaper. Your buyers are going to be cheaper and it's going to give you more experience. But at least you can still be driving traffic to webinars and be able to get emails and be able to learn to like talk to people on an email list and stuff like that, right? Okay, everything that is my precise case. I live with a physical disability and companies refuse to hire me. I feel discriminated and it's very disappointing. Well, you, my friend, have a very, very good why. You have a target audience. You have a very specific niche. And one of the biggest struggles, Eileen, is people don't have that. Like, you have a very specific niche. You can run some wicked ads. It's just a matter of how you want to write them. It's a matter. So this is the thing is, Eileen, you're either going to go pain or pleasure. This is like two things that you're going to hit with people. I got to plug my Mac and it's going to die. Hold on. All right, so you guys are going to have to figure out another thing. Are you going to hit pain points or are you going to hit pleasure points? So like for Greg's ad, it was like, are you going to be like, do you want to spend more time with your family? Do you want to go to every single one of your kids' hockey games? Do you never want to miss another sports game again? That's going to be a pleasure point. A pain point would be, do you fight with your significant other every night because you're both tired and miserable and don't like your jobs? That's going to be a pain point. So what are you hitting, right? You want to keep that consistent throughout your ad. So Eileen, your thing is going to be, are you going to hit a pain or a pleasure point? And this is the thing. So even like Kendra, you're going to stay away from pain points in your multi-level marketing stuff, right? Because you don't want the negativity, right? You don't want to go MLM's negative. That's not what you're instilling. You want to hit a pleasure point. Like, what's the next step for you? You know, you're in MLM, whatever. Now hit a pleasure point. So it's really important. And I do find if you're hitting pleasure points more, there's less chance of you getting a lot of negative reaction, but you also have to be that type of person that's in that place where you are sitting in pleasure, right? If you're in here and you're like not really getting much and you don't really feel super excited and super inspired, it's going to be a little harder for you to hit pleasure points. So either do more work around that or start hitting pain points. So Eileen, yeah, yours is going to be like, what are you going to hit? Pain or pleasure? You want to be like, do you feel discriminated because you have a disability and you can't work? The only thing I'm going to tell you about that market to be careful is there is a lot of people that abuse that system. So I would say getting really specific on, because don't get me wrong, I've talked to a lot of people with disabilities that are where you're at. And obviously that's not my market. It's harder for me to like convert people there because I don't understand it. So I would make sure in your ad copy to put something in there that lets people know that they're going to have to work for it. Do you have an entrepreneurial mindset? And have you always wanted to build your business, but haven't had the resources, or something to do with like targeting people that have a disability, but actually have the drive too, and just haven't found their thing yet, right? So just be careful when you're targeting those markets to also let people know in there, because the moment you put 90% done for you system and disability in the same line, you know what kind of people you're going to get. You're going to get people that are probably abusing the system, that don't want to work and want a free handout. So just be careful how you write that. But I'd be interested to see, what that layout looks like for you, and then we can go from there. This is why I want to get into actual ads here tonight. I'm not going to be talking too much. This wasn't my intention. Okay, Danielle, let's bring up your ad. Danielle's ready. Definitely stay away from the 90% done for you system. Don't even use that. Danielle, where are you? You here?
Yeah, just a second. I'm just trying to pull up my share screen here.
Oh, Derek and Bree. Sorry, Bree, I didn't see yours. You're up next.
Is that working? Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. So this is the one I had. I ran it for 2 days, and I didn't really get any feedback on it. Like, I think I got 16 likes, and that's it. But I thought it was good. So I don't know if I should edit it and try to run it again once we are finished the transition, or if I should just toss it all together.
Okay, no, I'm going to tell you this picture is awesome. And this picture, so I had an ad that I felt the exact same way about. I ran it 8 times until I got it running. So if you have a feeling that you've got onto something good, you got to tweak it. So let's look at your copy. Scam alert, important. People every day are giving away the most precious thing that we have and going broke doing it. Spend night and day to support the types of lives that don't need us. Yet there are still, here we are, still working every single day. Feels like we're all getting taken advantage and off. Okay, what's the point? You're not getting to the point fast enough. So scam alert, important. What is the scam?
I was trying to go to the direction that that's what it was, that they were ripping us off by taking our time and taking advantage of our time, but I don't really get into that until later on.
Okay, that's the problem.
Like at the end of that, at the very end of that paragraph, I have it's taking away our time.
Okay, yeah, so that's important. That's too far down. So I'm waiting for scam alert, important. I'm like, what's the scam? You didn't I pretty much stopped. I stopped and got there, which tells me that everybody else is going to too. People every day are giving away the most precious thing that we have and going broke doing it. Then I would say something like, what's the number one thing that every single person on this planet needs more of? Time. Like you got to get to it right away. What if there's an option to make your own schedule, an option to gain more free time, more time with your family, more. This is broad too. This is just like how I was saying to Greg, it's too broad. You're not hitting deep enough for people. You need to get specific. Danielle, we talked about like why you're here, right?
Yeah.
What did you do with that ad copy?
I'm still working on that one. I just went and I was in Winnipeg this last weekend, so I went and took my pictures for it and that. So it's still on paper. It's not finished yet.
Well, I definitely, you need to get more specific. What if it was the option just waiting to decide how decisions could set you free? See, the problem is you're not offering a problem. You're like, everybody needs more time, but what's the problem? Like what is actually do you know what I mean? Like what actually are you selling right now? You guys, it's not enough to sell people on time freedom and financial freedom and not living paycheck to paycheck. It's not enough for people. People have seen it too much. We definitely need to get into like this, and this is the thing, Danielle, one of your super big points is like going to school. Like you're at the age where there's a lot of people that are like your age that are making the decision. Do they go to college and spend all that money, or do they freaking go get a job, or do they go traveling? Like, what are people doing in your position? And the thing is the reason this hasn't really done much is you haven't really given them a specific enough problem. And the thing is this whole ad, and I'll be totally honest, just right now within the last 10 seconds, I tied the clock with time. I'm not even shitting you. Maybe I'm slow. I don't know. But but I literally just was like, oh, because I'm trying to figure out what the clock is. I love this picture, but I literally did not figure out what it was about until just now. So yours is about time. It's one of the number one things on the planet that people need more of, right? It is. Nobody has enough of it.
Yeah.
So how about a statistics like this one got a lot of grief, but I was one of my best ads of fan. I said, did you know that this person right now, did you guys know that? And did you guys know that the average person right now, they say will die within 3 years of retirement? That's like the average age. People are like right now, that people that are retiring right now are getting sick or dying within 3 years of retiring. So maybe your time needs to be about what? Is it about, obviously you're not going to talk about people that are retiring right now because that's nowhere where you're at. But how about like, I don't want to spend the next 50 years filling other people's pockets and going to school and to college and working and then finding out I'm going to die within 3 years of retirement. There's no freaking pension left for me. What I mean is you guys got to get more specific with people. You got to hit something that means something to them. You know what I mean? Is this making sense? Like I could probably sit here for a while and brainstorm out what exactly you need to hit, but you need to figure that out. Like you need to figure out what you're selling. So you're time freedom, but what does that mean to you? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'll have to sit down and really narrow it down more and specify things and rearrange it. But yes, I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's simple. You got to figure out what you're selling. You got to figure out what you're selling, and time freedom isn't enough. Who are you selling it to, right? Like, if you're selling time freedom to an older person, it's going to be like, wow, you're going to die within 3 years of retirement. Like, you know what? Like, people are like scared to scare people. This is real, you guys. People are unhappy. They need a way out. This is the future. In 2 years from now, every single person that you talk to is going to wish that they would have freaking became an affiliate marketer, because affiliate marketing is going to be the future. And in 2 years from now, the skills that you're going to acquire are going to put you ahead. So you guys have a system that's going to teach people how to do this, but you have to, where are you in it all? The big thing is right now, Danielle, and I'll keep going back to this because I'm telling you, talked about this is your market, and it's like going to college. Do you want to?
Yeah, I already had big plans on working on that ad tomorrow. That's my plan tomorrow, is to write the whole ad and get it like up and ready for when we do launch. That's the first ad I actually want to run when we launch.
But you can take the same concept with this picture.
Yeah.
Like, to me right now, like, how do you feel about exams, Danielle?
I hate them.
What's the main reason you don't want to go to college?
Because it would be the same thing as school. It would just be boring, sitting in a classroom, not having time for anything. If I did go to college, I would have to work just to pay to go to college. So I not only would be sitting in a classroom all day, but I would be going to probably a minimum wage job after school too. So it just wouldn't be worth it for me, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I'm going to tell you that I think that you should run this picture with that idea too.
Okay.
I think this picture is brilliant. I really love it. And I think your thing is you just need to get more specific. And the reason that you're not specific in this ad is it really isn't actually what you're trying to say anyways. Like when you start running ads and you know your target audience, you don't stray far from it. And one thing I will say is when you guys are rewriting ads and like you have one that you like think is like gonna go, don't scratch the whole thing and start over. If it's a specific ad, just take pieces of it. Scroll down a little bit more, Danielle. I just want to see the rest of this. Ready to set. Okay, so let me mentor you to freedom by sharing how I leverage the internet and use an easy to follow system that frees my time while earning a residual income. So nowhere in above did you actually tell them how you're a leader. So people want mentorship, but you haven't said anything about how you're a mentor. Does this make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like this, you guys got to tie this all together. So you got to have a problem, a solution. This is your story. You have to gain people's trust before you're going to ask for something, right? So, so the thing is, you said, let me mentor you to freedom, but you haven't told them at all about why are you somebody that can mentor them? You know what I mean? Does that make sense, Danielle?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So you haven't earned their trust yet. You haven't said anything about yourself, really. And then you're like, hey, let me mentor you. I'm not being rude. I'm just being like, this is honest.
No, it's not coming across rude for sure.
I'd be like, well, why would I let you mentor me? What do you haven't even told me anything. You basically have told me the same problem every single person has out there. And then you said, let me mentor you. I don't know who you are. You haven't told me anything about yourself. If you're gonna ask people to let them mentor you, then you better have a pretty strong story about why. You better have told them the problem and how you've solved it, right? Like you got to give people a reason to want to learn from you, to ask them to mentor you. So go scroll down a little bit more. Comment free below. I'll personally reach out and share a way to follow the path to freedom. Let's take our time and freedom back. Every moment is precious to those who know the value of time. What are we giving away the most? Why are we giving away? Okay, so you know what? That is a beautiful ending line. Why are we giving away the most precious thing that we have? That's why at the beginning, scroll back up to the beginning. So, and I've told somebody, people are giving away the most precious thing that we have and going broke doing it. You tied it all together. So that was really good how you did that, Danielle. You wrote something at the beginning and then at the bottom, because this is the way people read ads. And I'll guarantee you guys, next time you go read an ad or you click on something on Facebook, this is probably what you do. You'll click on it and you'll hit the see more button. First thing you're going to do is you're going to see how long it is. This is another thing. You have more than 4 lines here, Danielle. Got to have less than 4 lines. Like, this should be a break right after still working every single day. There should be a break. Hold on, I got to let my dog outside. So 4 lines, but see how she wrapped it all back together in the end? That's important. So what people do is they click on see more. They're going to see how long it is. And if there's more than 4 lines, they're not even going to read any longer. Second thing they're going to do is they're going to scroll to the very bottom. So scroll to the bottom, Danielle.
Yep.
They're going to read the last line. Why are we giving away the most precious thing that we have? Then they're going to read backwards. That's what I do. And that's what a lot of people do. Or they're going to read the bottom and they're going to decide whether they want to read it from the beginning again. So just so you guys know, a postscript, so PS, I think they say like over 75% of people actually read a PS at the bottom, which is why I always do PSs on the bottom of mine. So that's just some little tips for you. But Danielle, just get more specific about what you're selling. Get more specific about what you're talking about. Just like I said, okay, so this is why I wanted to do this tonight. Are you guys seeing kind of how I just, like these are 2, between her and Greg's ads, they were very, very different ads. But can you see how general they are? General ads get general results. Specific ads get specific results. Targeted ads get targeted results. Be confident, be strong, be really, really clear. Because otherwise, even if you get an ad that goes, you're going to get a ton of confused people. people that are just lost and like want you to be their counselor. And that's a waste of your time too. So I was told once that when you make a post, talk to one person. Don't try to target an entire group. It's easier to go deeper then. Totally, Kendra. That's really good advice. I really like that. Definitely. Do you use Google Stats or specific websites? Oh, I use Google. And then then I look at the sources. Basically, if it's coming from like Forbes magazine or something like that, I'll use it. And if I see the same stat come up on a few times on Google, I'll use it. I've had people be like, I don't know where you're getting this stat. And I'm like, well, anything that you see is like true, right? So now that you've read it, it's true. But no, I use Google. I don't really go to specific. Any updated one will be able to sign up with ACE 15th to the 20th. 15th is the earliest, 20th is the latest. I'm going to be in there on Wednesday. Basically, this is what we want to do, you guys. We want to make sure that we're going to get in there and we're going to basically try and break it first, because we don't want any of your leads going there when it's not working. So we're going to test the shit out of it for a couple days, and then we will let your guys' leads funnel to it. So that's the only reason if it takes a couple extra days. It's because we don't want you guys spending money and wasting money, basically. Okay, Bree and Derek, why don't you guys pull up your ad? I have to pee one more time. Sorry, I just drank a lot of tea. Pull it up and share your screen. Sweet. All right. And Eileen, I'll answer yours right after this. So, hey, Derek, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. Bree's sleeping right now. She's going to catch the replay, but.
Yeah, it's 11:15 for you guys there. So, sorry, I should have pulled. That's what I need to start doing, you guys. And if you guys are on the East Coast, I definitely need to be pulling you guys up first. So please just remind me in the future. Just outright say it's getting late for me here. Can you pull my ad up?
I wanted to see everybody else's anyway, so that works for me.
Okay, perfect.
But, I know what you're going to say off the bat because I think I got the same problem. I think I'm too general, way too general. I didn't get specific enough on it, but we'll see what else.
You guys have like seriously amazing couples pictures. First of all, I'm going to say that you guys have wicked couples pictures. Like actually it's like relationship goals # shit. So I love your guys' pictures. Definitely keep using them. I think they're strong. You guys have a lot of energy in your pictures. And the colors are always super bright. So I just want to commend because I do see your guys' pictures and I really like them. So if I like them, there's a lot of other people that do too. So Derek, right off the bat, just without even reading this is a really easy ad to read. Do you guys see the difference? Like this is like way more an ad that you're more likely to actually read. He clicked on see more and this is what's there. I would read this ad for sure. So it's laid out super clear. Having these point forms here is fantastic. He's even got a postscript, but I would do postscript. Make sure you put it right after the PS. This is laid out really nicely, first off. He also has a really clear call to action. comment yes below or visit, right? Super clear. Like you pretty much, now it's just like what's in the guts. So now we'll look at that. So what if there was a path in life that guaranteed success for you and your family? So yeah, same kind of thing. Derek, I think, yeah, I don't have to beat a dead horse, but yeah, it's similar, right? I think you need a little bit of a stronger headline.
Okay.
What if you could learn step by step from people who have been down that path and are living the life you've always dreamed of? Okay, so this is cool, actually. Based on what you're saying here is basically you like good mentorship. You're going to listen to people that have the results that you want, right? Like you like being able to be mentored by millionaires, right? Is that important to you?
Yep.
Okay, so I can tell that just by what you wrote here. Having mentors, see, that's a huge thing for me. And this is why I tell people, I'm like, if you guys are in little mastermind groups, like, do not get in these little mastermind groups with a whole bunch of people that have no results and then pump each other up. I'm sorry. I think it's great to make relationships and great to have groups and stuff, but do not take advice from anybody that does not have the results that you want. Straight up. That's why, like, you get on trainings, like, no, I haven't done an insane amount, but I'm over 20K a month now. So like, yes, like I can help you with this stuff, but just having mentorship, Derek, like that is important to you. So I would say that you build an ad around that. That's a big deal to you. You know, they say, like a really nice headline would be like, they say, find people that have the life you've dreamed of and do everything they tell you to do.
Okay.
Right? Like something like that is like, cause for me, like or something simple, like, is your direct mentor a millionaire? Do your mentors, who do you surround yourself with? Did you know there's like a statistic that's like, do you know that like the closest 5 friends you have, everybody is like within, it's like $5,000 in salary. Like your closest 5 friends and you all have like within 5, it's like crazy. It's something, look it up. I love my statistics. Obviously you guys can see that, but like statistics don't lie. So that's the thing that people can get real with, right? So if that's important to you, Derek, that's what I would sell. And then like we will grow with you and teach you to master some of the world's most profitable industries. So do you guys see how from this I can tell what's important to him? Like I can actually see, and I'm not off, right, Derek? This is right. Like this is, yeah.
Yep.
So he's like, listen, you need good mentorship to be able to build to be able to be an affiliate marketer, to be able to be a blogger, to be able to be a social media advertiser, networking, branding, personal development, social influencing. This stuff is all amazing. And if you actually go to my website, www.shaunaclark.ca, under media, I have a bunch of stuff like this. I say like, what can I help you with? Like, these are the things that feel free to go on there, you guys, and take those. I've talked about it in other trainings. But you're selling mentorship. And you're selling the fact that like we actually have millionaires that mentor us up to 5 days a week. That's huge, right? Like up to 5 days a week, there's a millionaire that will answer your questions, that does the exact same thing that you do. So I would sell that, Derek. And then I would, get into, that's your thing that you're selling. You guys do show up on these trainings. Like you guys are super active and you're absorbing it. And are you liking everything that you're getting in here so far, Derek?
Yeah, I'm learning a ton. We're on the 8th episode of that Jordan Belfort training.
Sweet.
We got 2 more of those to go. And then we were watching Solomon CEO by Brandon Odom's friend there. I can't remember what his name was, but we watch a couple episodes of that, and we're learning a ton every day. We come home after work, and that's pretty much all we do for the night. So
sweet. I know a couple just like you guys. That's amazing. And that's the thing. When you utilize what you have sitting in front of you, like Derek and Bree are, they see value in it. You can see it coming through on his ad. And I love at BD Dreams, we don't want your success to feel like a daydream that will never happen. We want to show you exactly how to get there. So this is the thing is like, this is a pretty strong ad actually, Derek. It's
Okay.
confident. You're just not clear enough about what you're selling. That's all.
Okay.
But I think that
And
if you change that, it would change a lot.
Okay. And I haven't run that one yet. I was kind of waiting for Ace to launch on that one. But we have a few different ones that are getting comments and a few different leads.
Sweet.
But I'm just not quite sure what to tell them yet. I have one that I'm kind of talking to tonight and tomorrow, but I'm not quite sure what to tell her yet.
Yeah, so this is easy. Really, this is easy. All you basically say is like, talk to them. Talk to them. Tell them what you do. Be like, listen, and just be like, and now we just actually have a brand new funnel that we're using. Been tested. It has been tested. It is working. It is a good working funnel. One of the 4 for sure. And then also just remember, you guys, Brandon and Brian and Travis, the other 3 funnels, these guys have already done it, right? Like they have already built Team Phoenix. It's not like this is like a brand new thing that we're testing out. These guys know what they're doing. So all we're doing is we're just accessing a new funnel. So just be honest with them. Be like, yeah, it's wicked. We actually are just opening up some brand new funnels, and those are going to be available for everybody right away here. And just be like, and get them excited about it. And be like, they're going to be available on this day. If you want to get started right away, and then send them to your gas. If you're still paying for gas, put them in there. Whatever, right? At least get them going. You're still gonna get a wicked. It's just that once they're in there, like the problem is I got booted from the coaching because I guess they know I'm leaving, so they booted me kind of. So I can't help you guys with coaching calls anymore, just to be totally honest. But it's so close that if you're talking to someone, they're gonna wait a couple days, right?
Yeah.
You're moving.
She's actually got her own online business right now, and she mentors entrepreneurs too. And she wants more info on this because she said she wants another revenue stream too. So she's already pretty experienced in it. So she'd probably like the Ace better, is my guess.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and explain that to her, Derek. If you think that, you're definitely right. So yeah, just get them excited about this new like Ace, right? And again, like if you guys are just starting out, you want me to chat with them, you can honestly, even the trainings on my YouTube channel and stuff, those like send them to like that, right? Like be like, hey, you want to watch some like training that we have, like we can send them content and get them excited. And then it's like literally a few days away, right? So yeah, totally. And just connect with them, because it is really rare that people are like, oh, I'll spy. Like it's not super common. Like you talk to people for a little while usually. So yeah, just meet them. And if you want me to help out, like just so you guys know, if you guys ever do pre-qualify someone and they're still like, well, I don't know, like, do you have someone I can talk to? I'm more than happy to talk to anybody, but you guys are doing awesome, Bree, or Derek. I keep looking at your name on there. It says Bree, but it's actually you. Yeah, this is good. So is that helpful?
Yeah, very much. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And if you do, Derek, have any questions about how your messaging is going with people, please feel free to reach out. I'll share my scripts. I just don't like posting my scripts in the chat or in Rise Up, just because I think it's weird for new people to be like, oh, I see how you sold me. It's weird, right? So I just would rather, if you guys like are curious on how to talk to people, just like ask me and I'll show you, how I talk to people. But obviously you're gonna have to find your way anyways. But really what it comes down to is if you know what's in here and you find value in it, that's what you're selling. And you guys, and Derek, do you think you could share that other training of Brandon's? I don't know which one you're talking about, but if
it was, Bree's got it in one of her emails. It was in a GoFundMe for him, and I'll have to look up his name, but he has stage 4 cancer.
Cancer. Yeah.
and he's got a pretty interesting training so far. We've only seen a couple episodes of it, but it's pretty interesting so far.
Oh, that'd be wicked. Yeah, could you share that? And just so you guys know, you guys have anything like that? You guys have, like, your Rise Up is for the community. It's not just for me to pump out stuff to you guys. If you guys are getting a lot from something, please share it in there so that we can all benefit from it. So, yeah, that'd be awesome, Derek, if you could share that.
Will do.
Okay. Okay, so Eileen says, so Eileen was talking about the target audience that was about disabilities. So she says it's a target audience to tackle with caution with the way it is presented. I'd say people who hit rock bottom are readily a little bit more open. Yeah, and they only got one way to go, and that's up. I would present it without saying I'm physically disabled until I get intimate on helping someone who is genuinely committed. I'm going to write an example on paper till it's time to use ACE formally. Yeah, perfect. So that's like pre-qualifying, right? Yeah, you don't just like want to pour your heart out too much to strangers because people get kind of, they don't trust you. Would you be able to share your best converting ad, Shauna, so we can see the layout? I'm a visual learner, and when you just talk about the layout, I'm still not as clear. Yeah, totally. You guys does that help you guys? Okay, I'll show you guys. Go put the kids to bed. We'll watch the rest of the Blade play. No problem. Kate, nice to see you. I have my 9 to 5 hustle tomorrow. It's super late for the moms. We'll catch replay in the AM. No problem, Crystal. Creating ads is like one of the most important skills. It's been awesome. Yes, it is a very important skill, and that's why we're going to talk about this. And next week, everybody that I pulled out this week, please redo your ads, and then I want to bring the exact same people out next Sunday and see what those look like. Took lots of notes, ending the replay. It looks like a lot of people are jumping off. Okay, I'm going to show you guys my ads, and then I'll answer Eileen's last question. You guys want to see them? I will show you them. All right. What's my page? Okay. I won't go on my computer ever to get to my page and don't even know how to get to it. There it is. Okay, I'll show you guys most of my good ones. They're all pretty much the same. You guys will see pretty repetitious. If you guys, now that there's only like 12 people on here, if you guys want to ask a question while I'm showing you these, just unmute yourself. It's easier. You can just ask me. I have to change my internet's terrible for some reason right now. Oh my goodness. Did I not record this? Is it recording? Can you guys see if it's recording? Oh, it'd be so bad if I didn't record it. Okay. Am I? Oh, I am recording. Okay, good. Okay. So this is my last one. This one did really good. I ran it on the 2nd, and I knew that there was going to be so much hype around, New Year's. So why will 2018 be any different for you? We all have so much hype, and by the 20th we forget, but no, not this year, and here's why. So it's very common, right? That's where a lot of people are thinking. They're all hyped up about 2018 and about the life to change, and then it's not very long. Another thing I do is I don't always do a statistic. I might do a quote. So I did this: your life doesn't get better by chance, it gets better by change. So this actually idea came from, I'm on an email list, and they had this idea. They sent it out on the 1st or the 29th, 30th or 31st. Kind of the same concept. They were like, well, why is this going to be your year be any different? And I was like, that's actually a really good point. This is why I tell you guys, get on email lists. because I got inspired to do this one. And one of the quotes they had was this: your life doesn't get better by chance. So then I got right into it. I'm looking for 100 seriously motivated women who want to get paid to work on themselves while inspiring others. So I haven't said I'm going to mentor you. I've just said I'm looking for 100 seriously motivated women, which ties into your life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. Clearly, I set it up. I'm looking for motivated women. I specifically target women. And one of the most important things for me is the personal development in here. And I've seen it with a lot of you guys, a lot of you girls, how much you guys have changed. Like Kendra, like Danielle, like, so many. I'm just pointing out you two because you two are on the right here and I can see your faces. But I know that you guys have had some pretty big growth, right? So that's, to me, that's worth it. That's why I'm sitting here in front of you. That's why I love to help you guys. That's why I love to do this. And that's important to me. So that's what I'm selling, is the personal development. And I'm selling it to people that are super motivated and super driven. Those who are ready and willing to make substantial changes in their personal and financial situation. So then how, right? So I said what I'm selling and basically picked an audience. And then I tell them what I'm selling. Online is the future and is changing the world and the way we can live, whatever. Then I wrote a teeny little piece about myself. I've traveled more in the last 6 months than I have in the last 7 years. It's pretty much it. I don't really talk about myself that much, but I've told them what I'm selling, right? Online is the future. So clearly I'm selling online jobs, or not jobs. Sorry, God, don't ever say online job. You'll get people passing you their resumes, but online's the future. This is for women who want to be able to live their dreams, ready to start a business and work for it without having to grind away at 9 to 5. I will show exact steps I use that allow me freedom to travel and be with my family full time. Then I tell them I will mentor you past all the mistakes I made in the beginning. So if I've read to here, they trust me enough that maybe they'll let me mentor them. So this is pretty, and I know some of you are going to be like, well, you're not super specific. But actually I am, because I've said exactly who I want. I've said I want 100 women. I've actually been super specific. And I'm basically looking for women who actually are really driven, they're really motivated, and they want personal development. And I'll be totally honest, that's exactly who I got from this ad. This ad blew up. I actually turned it off. I have I think 1.2 thousand comments on it in 2 weeks, and I literally couldn't keep up with it. I got 269 shares and 4,000 likes. So this is actually one that I probably am going to turn back on. But another thing that you need to realize, and see how I finished it with "it's your turn." Again, I'm talking to women that have probably been working their butts off because they're hard workers and they want to get paid. They want to get deserving. You guys seen how I'm pretty specific about who I'm looking for? And be honest, do you guys understand or no? Do you guys feel like I've been pretty specific about the type of person that I want? I feel like I pretty much know who I want. If you read this, you're going to see yourself in this. And chances are there's some of you in here that see 6. Okay, where's the chat? I got to pull this up. And again, you guys can just unmute yourselves too if you want. Yep, yes. It says it's recording. Yes, you targeted me. Exactly. So, okay. And don't be afraid to say no. If you actually are no, Shauna, just tell me. So yeah, then my picture is also really blunt. It's really forward. It's a lot of people did think I wrote the book, but I didn't. So yeah, the picture is incongruent with this ad copy. And just so you know, I usually will take a picture for my ad copy. So I will either write an ad copy and I will take a picture to go with it, or I'll take a picture and I'll write an ad copy to go with it. In this case, I wrote the ad copy and then I took the picture. So here's another one. Let's go to another one. Photos. hard to see. I want to move everybody. There. Okay. So this one, is it this one? No. So this one too, see the one with me in the globe? I ran that picture. And this other one with me in the globe. And then there was one more. I ran all three with the exact same ad copy. They look similar, but they actually, with the exact same ad copy, they're all did different. So this one was another one. This one did pretty good. Did okay. There was like 170 comments or something. 1% of the world's population holds 99% of the wealth. Why? So I kind of hit a pain point. I'm looking for 100 seriously motivated women who want to get paid to work on themselves while inspiring others. This is the exact same ad copy. This is what the thing, you guys, when you have an ad copy that works, you get to literally just change a little tweak of it. I changed the cover, the top line of this, obviously, because I'm holding a globe. And I was like, 1% of the world's population holds 99% of the wealth. So you got to get intelligent, right? With obviously, I'm talking about the world. I'm holding a globe. So this ad copy works well for me. You guys are going to get bored soon. So what you're going to realize is I actually have a lot of similar ad copies. Here we go. Here's another one. This one had 130 comments. Again, not very long. Only a handful of people are living their dream life on this planet. This ad copy did the best for me. I ran multiple ads with it. I'm looking to coach and mentor 30 to 40 women to radically transform their financial future and current financial situation. That word radically transform, I'm actually going to put it back in my next ad copy because people love that. People actually commented on it. And one way to find out parts of your ads that are doing good is when you're talking to people, you can say things like, what specifically, how did I write it? What exactly about what I said interests you? Like literally like that. And they will literally tell you a piece of your ad that they read that they liked. So like, this is like not a fancy picture, nothing. Just a picture I took, right? Again, women who want to be able to live their dreams and give more time to others without having to grind away. So I did tweak little tiny things. So this one was like, and give more time to others. So this is about mentorship, which I actually said specifically mentor 30 to 40 women. The facts are the average person dies within 3 years of retirement, and the average multi-level marketer or network marketer makes $1,000 per 6 months. There's another solution, and I'm more than happy to share. I didn't get hardly any negative comments, even though that I did get some from that, but I'll show you the exact steps that allow me to freedom to travel. So right there is where I told them what I'm selling, right? Facts are the average person dies within 3 years of retirement. I told them what I'm selling right there. You got to have something that like explains what you're selling and who you're speaking to. Because these are repetitious, I'm not going to like spend too much time on them. I'll find, I think there's a couple more. This is so this is interesting. So see these two pictures, see the one with me on the ledge where I'm close doing yoga, and then the one that I'm farther away. I did the exact same ad copy, and these two pictures, and the one of me closer got way more likes and comments. So there is something to be said about pictures where you're closer to the camera. I have tested that. You're too far away. It's like actually, it's another one. It's the exact same ad copy as the last one I just showed you guys. Exact same. So this is the thing. I hope you guys can kind of get excited about this. The fact that like when you have an ad copy that's working, you get to reuse it over and over and over. Is that exciting for you guys?
Yes.
Good. There, thanks for unmuting yourself. Yeah. So this is the thing, you guys. Look at, do you guys see? This is another one. It's almost the exact same. Look how short that is. Like, once you guys get an ad copy that works, you pretty much, I could probably run that ad copy with most pictures. So, but again, I just got super specific. I know exactly what I want. Super exciting. Going to check the rest on replay tomorrow. Yeah, I see you whining, girl, or whining. Yawning. Go to bed. You're welcome. That's my comment. Did we see your comment, Laura? Oh my God, that's hilarious. Where was your comment? Oh, that's funny. Anyways, okay. It was on the top of my globe ad. Yes, that's right. Oh, I love that. Laura, I'm so glad I ran that ad because now you're here. You're amazing. Okay, so that's enough for me. I'm going to stop my screen share here. So yes, you guys, once you get it, that's like, it gets easy. It's like I can't like express this enough. This will get easy for you guys. It's just literally you just need to get there. That's all. And you should be excited about that. Everybody's starting to shut off their, I don't think any of you have your pictures on yet. Oh, Sarah does, and Derek, and Desiree, and Greg. Okay. Sorry, I don't have Michael on my computer. Me too. So happy you found me. I know. Me too. Okay. Who else? Anybody else? Oh, Eileen asked something. I want to answer her question. Question, Shauna, when you talk about funnels, trying to figure out the linkage among fan page, website, and attracting, directing traffic onto what I'm selling. I'm not sure if landing pages are used for this purpose where option can build. Yeah, so you guys are going to have access to a bunch of different funnels, which is basically, so there will be Brandon, Brian, Kayla, and Travis. So different people, different funnels. And I'm going to recommend that you watch all the webinars that they have put out. There's going to be ever webinars. So basically most of them are going to be like, they're not going to be live. But then there's going to be one per week that's going to be live. And I would recommend watching them all and figuring out which one you like the best. You will have your own capture page, which you will be able to personalize. So you'll be able to put your picture on it and your data, like your information, which will be really awesome. So that is what a funnel is. Basically, it's like a certain demographic that you're driving to a certain capture page, to a certain webinar. You're funneling traffic through that. And the sales team takes care of all of your sales for you rather than you learning the system and you selling basically it to people and, you know, selling them on the training or whatever is here. Does that make sense, Eileen? But I feel like, oh wait, Des, you have an ad, don't you?
Yes, I do.
What are you waiting for? Pull it up.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I should because I targeted divorce.
Why not? Let's pull it up.
So this is what I kind of started. So I just put, are you divorced? Feeling like you
I want to see it.
What? Well, it's on my other, it's in an email.
Oh, wait, you sent it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll pull it up and share it. Some people can read it.
And I misspelled a bunch of stuff, but it was just quick this morning.
Okay. You sent it to me this morning, right?
Yeah. I sent it to your Shauna Yoga. Is that?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just.
Oh, that's why. There we are. Are you divorced? Feel like you hit rock bottom? I know I did after divorce. Being a stay-at-home mom, I was like, now what? Anxiety started to kick in, fear, depression, loss, scared. The jobs out there aren't paying enough to support my family, working myself to the ground just to try and make ends meet. Realized I was cheating myself on what I deserved and desired. Life is meant to be this hard. I think you meant is
meant not.
I just divorce my story and reinvent myself. I have the best mentors in the world with great leadership. I would just write about here is when you need to tell people what this is about. So I would put, I have the best mentors in the world that have taught me X, Y, and Z. So now you need your solution here, right after that. You need to put your solution right there. Say goodbye to this chapter for sure. So you kind of get into it, but still you haven't really become your own boss. best mentorship. So you already said that. I would take that out. Learn a new skill set. What is the skill set? I would say something like, I have the best mentors in the world. One of the most valuable things we can learn is how to drive traffic online. Something like that, right? Like learning to be a professional traffic driver. Something like that, put in there.
Okay.
I would get rid of, say goodbye to this chapter, and get rid of, I would do what Derek did and do point form. So learn from the ones that have the results you desire, and then go into, how about fresh start, inspired leadership, professional online skill sets, a digital entrepreneurship, something like that, right? Point form.
Okay.
And then if you're having a really tough time and ready to make some huge changes, I would put what I said about radical. And you want to make a radical, oh, no, give me that. No. Can't believe it. Wrecked it. It's bad. I have to fix that. Okay, so, and then at the end, you got too much. Start feeling empowered. Get rid of that. Comment fresh start. I would put that all in caps. If you're having if you're having
I missed a word.
Yeah. And ready to level up, comment fresh start, or radical, whatever I said about radical. Comment fresh start, and I'll reach out to you. Find your true purpose and richly live it. So you got too much. Okay, so this is one thing a lot of people do is they have a hard time closing.
Mm-hmm.
You close strong. So just take out some of this stuff. So start feeling empowered can come out. Find your true purpose and live it. And get rid of that last line. And then put that comment fresh start. So I would put PS, find your true purpose and richly live it. But yeah, this is a good ad. It's a good ad. You are specific. You hit a pain point, right? So you're looking at divorced. Feel like you hit rock bottom. That's good. You know what I would do though? Hold on one second. Sorry guys. What I would do is I feel like one of your strongest lines in here is the jobs out there weren't paying enough to support my family. That's like a pretty big thing, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I would put being a stay-at-home mom, I was like, now what? The jobs out there weren't paying enough, I knew, to support my family. So I worked myself into the ground just to try and make ends meet. I would move that up. And then anxiety started to kick in, fear, depression, loss, scared. And then I realized I was cheating myself on what I deserved and desired. Life isn't meant to be this hard. I knew it. So I decided to divorce my story. So that's really good, Desiree. You brought in the divorce back in and reinvent myself from the best mentors in the world that are something powerful there. My creative brain's starting to shut down, but you get what I'm saying, right? And what do you have?
I haven't done that yet.
Okay. So I think it's a good ad. What do you guys think? Everybody that's left on here. Do you guys think this is a good ad? I think it's a good ad.
And you said get rid of become your own boss.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't either.
No, I just don't like that line because I feel like it's overdone. I think it needs to be more than that. Like, I think like being an entrepreneur is huge, but I feel like, something like, cause you're obviously running this for women, right? And single moms.
Yeah.
So don't target stay-at-home moms. Don't do that. Target women. Probably just target women actually with like interests of like single. Guarantee people reading this are not going to be looking for a relationship right now, and if they are, it's going to be for the wrong reasons. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, you got to think about who's going to read this. What are the people saying in the chat? Yes, it definitely addresses the pain points. Totally does. I think we have so many gaps of knowledge that for sure will all come together for a picture perfect puzzle match. Yes, I agree. All right.
Okay.
So redo that. And then next Sunday, let's see it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had a question. My gas ran out. Should I just leave it? Because my credit card, I went through 2 credit cards because I had people putting charges on them.
Oh, okay. So it's run out already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I gave them my new card, but they obviously didn't register it.
Okay, I just let it go then.
Okay.
Yeah, because then otherwise, unless you want to stay in gas for another month and try that funnel and then move over, but otherwise then you're going to have like $299 payments, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's up to you what you want to do. Like, if you want to stay in the funnel, then, but if you're not, then no.
Oh, I can wait. Okay.
Only 2 days.
I think these headphones.
Anybody
Hey, Shauna. When our gas runs out, or when it comes due, how long before, like mine comes due on March 3rd. So can I cancel it like March 2nd, but like start with ACE as soon as they launch? So that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to cancel like a week or 2 in advance with gas, or there's no,
Well,
how does that work? Like so that I don't get charged twice.
yeah, I would say more than 24 hours. I would give like tech support 48 hours. So just because like it has to go to tech support and tech support has to cancel it. So
yeah,
I would give yourself like, 2 days. So yeah, I wouldn't cut it super close. Like,
well, like I was pretty much thinking as soon as ACE launches and we can go ahead, I'm just gonna sign up with them and then cancel it gas right after. But
yeah, totally. That's
okay.
what I would do. Yeah. Just don't cut it too close just in case, whatever. Okay, well, I don't think anybody else has any more questions. Do you guys? It's a love week. Hopefully you guys have lots of loves in your lives. Loves in your lives. If you guys need me, you know where I am. And let's get these ads pumped out. I'm surprised there's not more people on this because the amount of people have asked me to look at their ads that aren't here. But whatever. I feel like a lot of you guys, this is why, like, I feel like a lot of people could watch this and kind of get a good idea on how to do that. And then next step is, now that you guys have this info, now start writing ads. And then I can actually read through your ads and like give you more specific, like take this out, put this in. Bottom line is if you would read your ad and if you would buy from your ad, then you've got a good ad. I would buy my ad all day long because I love it. So you have to love it. Don't fall in love with your ads, like get attached to them. But if you would buy your ad, you have a good ad. I've actually written ads before and I've been like, I'm not reading this. And I'm like, I'm not running it then. So if you can't, unless you just love reading about yourself. Pain versus pleasure points. Yes. How much effectiveness percentage would you assign in relation to conversion rates? For sure, I'd feel happier on being clicked for a pleasure point rather than a pain one, but objectively speaking. Personally, I can only give you my personal opinion and what works for me. I am very pump up, like bubbly kind of like person. Like I can like make people feel good about themselves. So I'm going to hit pleasure points. When I hit pain points, it makes me like nervous to make people mad and sad. So I don't do well with pain points. That being said, I think pain points are more powerful than pleasure points because pleasure points, everybody goes for pleasure points because people aren't really willing to go for the pain points because they don't want to get raw. So I would say test them both. Pleasure works better for me, but I think pain is more powerful in general. But when you go with pain points, I think one of the biggest reasons I don't do it is I hate confrontation, and I do find with pain points, people tend to get more like angry people because you're basically poking the bear. You're pissing them off. You're making them look at their own shit, and people don't like that. So objectively speaking, that's what I would say. I go for pleasure, but I think pain is more powerful, but you have to be willing to take the heat for it. And when you do pain points, don't yell at people. Don't tell people, like, that's another thing. People like shove, are you doing this? And you're doing this. And like, if you're going to go for a pain point, it better be your pain point, not somebody else's. Don't, like, they don't know you, right? That's what I mean. It's got to be your story. It's got to be your pain point. You have to be able to relate to it. Otherwise, you're just basically yelling at people. People will yell back. Does that help, Eileen? Okay, if she says yes, then we're good. Nobody has any more questions. Absolutely. Okay. Okay, well, I think that we're good. Hey, guys, we got the final 11 here. Everybody looks tired. Everybody's ready to go to bed. Appreciate you guys all. And I'll see you guys soon. It's going to be a big week. Big week. I'm going to keep you guys all in the loop with what's going on in chats and on Rise Up. So everything I hear, Brian just posted something in our group which he said he's going to start doing a launch sequence, which means we're like days away, which is on par with, they said, Wednesday or Thursday. So coming up quick. So it's going to be a good week. Let's make some money. All right, guys. See you later.
Thanks, Shauna.
Bye.